I'd like to tell you a little story. Obviously by the title, you can be fairly confident as to what this video is going to be about, and from my recent Best Sniper video, I named the JNG90 as being one of my favourites in the game right now. And that happens to be the gun that I went flawless with in this gameplay. And it was a big achievement for me because it was the first time, well at least that I can remember, of playing a round of any Battlefield game with a sniper rifle where I didn't die. Now, this story starts a long time ago, back with the original Bad Company game. That was the first time I entered into the Battlefield series. I didn't have a clue what the game was about, and to be honest, when I first started playing, I genuinely didn't think it was going to be a game for me. But I did get into it, I did start to play it, I got good with playing with the assault class and playing with some of the automatic weapons like you do when you first start playing a game. You always want to play with basically the easiest class to play with. I picked assault and I got fairly good at it. I wasn't amazing. But then the Bad Company 2 beta dropped, and I fell in love with the M24 sniper in that game, which is a variant, or sort of like a progression, of the M40 rifle that's available in this Battlefield game, Battlefield 4. Now back then, I was playing on the PlayStation 3. I did have the help of auto-aim, which is where it pulls the scope towards an enemy should you scope down a sight, a red dot sight. Auto-aim basically moves your player closer to the target, and makes it a little bit easier and not so jarring to play a first-person shooter with a controller. But I did get very good at shooting on the Bad Company 2 beta, and when it rolled into the full game, my favourite map, Isla Inocentes, had some insane lines of sight, and you could pick off people 500-600 metres away that were camping on the back hill, and with my M24, well, I don't like to brag, but in some games I was virtually unstoppable. Even back then, I can't be 100% confident if I did manage to go a whole round without dying. I can't remember, but I think I probably would have remembered considering the reaction I had to this gameplay in the background when I finally stopped recording. But after Bad Company 2, I switched over to PC for the release of Battlefield 3. And that completely changed my gaming experience again. I had to relearn how to use the controls for a different version of the game. I was no longer playing with a console, with a controller. I managed to force myself to use a mouse and keyboard for the first couple of months. My KD suffered massively. I was getting shot in so many different locations, getting extremely angry. But after a couple of months, again, of playing a brand new game, I was comfortable using the automatic weapons. I could hold my own on a game of Metro. But it didn't mean that I was any good at sniping again, and that is something that I really like doing in first-person shooters. So I was determined that I was going to get good again. It was at this point where I started to invest a little bit of money into my gaming setup. Now, my first PC that I bought had an AMD processor, an ATI graphics card. It had, well, I think it was like a Microsoft mouse that I was using and like a proprietary keyboard that I'd just been given to use with the PC to start with. And that was great because you get yourself off and running, but you really want to be using some peripherals that you're comfortable with. So I started to look around for some of the things that I thought might help me. And I came across the Razer Mamba, which was the 2013 edition at the time. And for those of you that don't know, it's basically a wireless version of the Death Adder, which is Razer's best-selling mouse, and I would probably say one of the best mice on the computing market right now. Now, I got a big paycheck from work, so I splashed out £110 on this mouse, and it's still sitting on my desk today. And I think I bought it right at the start of 2013 in February. So I've had the mouse nearly 2 years now, so it's a long time to have one. And I really started to get into the gaming side of things, really starting to hit those long hours in the evening where I was playing maybe 5 or 6 hours at a time. And I got really comfortable using this mouse. Once I'd figured out some good settings, things like the DPI and the tracking motion and all that kind of stuff, I think my DPI is currently at like 1300, and that's something that I've just got used to, honed down to a perfect point over the last 18 to 24 months. I'm now fully comfortable using that DPI. I can get used to it using a sniper rifle, which won't move around as much when you scope down an 8x scope, or I can use it using automatic weapons as well. And slowly but surely, ever since March last year, I've been really trying to sort of hone in my skills on Battlefield, whether it be Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, and to be honest, I switched back to Battlefield 3 for sniping because Up until recently, until the big patch for Battlefield 4, just the gunplay wasn't very good. It is much better now, and the hit registration is much better now. And I have to say, it is like playing Battlefield 3 in Battlefield 4 sniping again. It feels really comfortable for me. But I did move back to BF3. It just felt fresher, a little bit more nimble, not so heavy. And it made for some really good experiences for me, and I could really hone my skills on Noshar TDM, or if I'm playing Sen Crossing Conquest and using the windows and things like that. It was really a good playground for me to try and hone in my skills as a sniper. And the end result is the footage that you're watching right now. It may not seem like a massive achievement. I think I went 18-0 in this game. But for me, it is a truly amazing achievement. It took a lot of courage for me to switch from console over to PC, especially because I was starting to make videos and I did want to sort of move that forward a bit. I really enjoyed doing it. And it was kind of a big decision to move from one platform to another, because the content may suffer. And it did for a long time. You'll never see those videos again, I swear. But for me, it was a massive achievement to be able to say, I played this whole round, I killed loads of people, and I didn't die once. For me, it's a massive achievement. It might not be for you, but it is for me. I guess one thing that we could all take away from something like this, whether it be in Battlefield, whether it be in real life, is that practice makes perfect. And if you do want to achieve something, you will try the best that you can. And if you've got the willpower, you will achieve it. Yesterday, I hit 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a massive milestone. And trust me, it took a lot of hard work and time. A lot of other things in my life have kind of suffered along the way in order to make sure that I got to where I wanted to be on YouTube. I've got a great community behind my channel now, and a solid number of 60,000 subscribers. So thank you to everybody that's hit that subscribe button, every comment that you've left, every like that you've left on my video, even watching the video right now. Thank you so much for helping me achieve 60,000 subscribers, and let's hope we can keep moving forward towards my ultimate goal of reaching 100,000 subscribers. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.